It's live.
Hey friends, this is Bobby Shanks with Shanks Realty Group. And I've got a very special co-host today, not new to the Kitchen Talk Show.
I'm usually behind the camera.
Our show's producer, Ian Brown.
What's up, everyone?
So Donna is doing a little R&R today. So I asked Ian, who has been on camera with me in another podcast series that we do dozens and dozens of times. And we're going to do something kind of original and new today, kind of a special Christmas edition. So Ian, tee it up.
So we're going to play a game called One's Gotta Go. And, you know, admittedly, I stole this from a radio show that I've watched a few times. But essentially, we're going to give 3 to 4 different items. This week is obviously Christmas edition, where we're going to take 3 to 4 items, and you have to eliminate one. So it could get a little controversial.
It's going to get controversial.
Okay, so
Christmas edition.
So number 1, our topics are between Santa, the Grinch, and Frosty. So you have to eliminate one of those 3. What are you picking?
Okay. So I'm definitely going to keep Santa.
Yeah, that's a given.
Right? He's the original big man. The Grinch and Frosty.
See, I already know mine. Frosty is going for me.
Yeah.
The Grinch is the funny one. So yeah. I appreciate I appreciate comedy in general.
Yeah.
And Frosty, there's something about Frosty that just doesn't have, I don't know, his
He's
aura,
not a real boy.
His aura.
Because he melts.
Yeah, his aura has kind of deteriorated over the years.
It has.
You know, Frosty.
I can't get on board with Frosty.
He probably used to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but, you know, I think at this point he's kind of down the pecking order.
No, I'm all about building a snowman. But, you know, Santa is like this big, jolly, warm guy that you can sit on his lap and get a cookie and a Christmas gift. You know, the Grinch is just somebody you can laugh at.
Yeah.
But what do you do with Frosty? You can't hug him. He's too cold. He's really short. He doesn't speak that much, and he's got a carrot nose.
Yeah, and
he melts.
Yeah, and he only comes around once a year. You know.
True that.
And he melts away. So
Frosty gets the axe.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's out of here. All right, here we go. One's got to go look at your lights, or go look at Christmas lights with your family or friends or whatever. Baking cookies with friends or family. Making a gingerbread house. And I'm going to add a 4th one.
Okay.
Decorating your own Christmas tree.
Oh, so this one's a little easy for me. Gingerbread house has got to go.
Why?
So it's so.
What do you got against gingerbread houses, Ian?
They're
sweet.
The main thing I have against gingerbread houses is the involvement. Christmas to me needs to be more of a relaxing endeavor. Whenever a gingerbread house comes into play, it's a very involved thing that I don't necessarily want to invest my time and effort into.
Yeah.
Now, driving around in a car and looking at lights, you know, you pretty much have to decorate a tree. Mm-hmm. That's a given.
It's a given. Yeah.
And cookies are a little bit more delicious than gingerbread houses are.
So I have done all 4 of these. I have done all 4 of them extensively. And like you, I would be thrilled if I never made another gingerbread house again in my life.
Yeah.
They're messy. And I've always bought the kit, you know, whether it was a big elaborate kit or just a simple kit, like when the kids were young. And they're fussy. I don't find it particularly enjoyable. Mm-hmm. And when they're all said and done, you don't really eat it.
If it has to come with instructions for you to accomplish it, it's just, especially around Christmas time.
Around Christmas, that's a no-go.
Well,
All right, one's got to go. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Special Christmas edition. If you have any ideas or comments on what we just did, our little game here for a future one's got to go, put that in the comments
And we're probably
above or below or
we'll
whatever.
probably bring this back.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. This is pretty fun. Okay, so winter break. Fox is on its winter break, I think, starting today.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do with kids for the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, I don't have kids, but so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, for me,
it definitely feels like it disrupts the flow of the work environment.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You skip going to the gym, you work to get work done earlier, to get home earlier, to make sure there's food and blah, blah, blah. It's a total pain in the bleep to bleep bleep.
Well, you're in a routine,
But it's fun too. It can be fun too. It's all in how you frame it. So
it seems like you're in a routine, and then that routine just kind of gets thrown off for 2 weeks, and then you have to reestablish the routine in the new year. And it's just like, I don't know. It doesn't seem very fun. But I do have to say, I think parents should cherish the time that they do have.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have kids, so I can't necessarily speak directly to this, but you only have so many Christmas breaks off with them and summer breaks and things like that. So spend the time wisely. But
I'll go a step further to add to that. Do you remember when you were a kid?
Mm-hmm. This was the best time of the year.
Oh my gosh, it was great.
Yeah, this was the best time of the year in summer break. It was the best. Spring break is probably a good.
Yeah, spring break's good too.
But
winter break was a lot of fun growing up, because that was the time of year where you could go hunting and actually be gone all day hunting. Mm-hmm. The break is too short for your parents to give you too much to do because they're trying to run their own life, not to mention Christmas, holidays, and family. Versus summer, right? You've got a job and your parents are giving you chores and things. Mm-hmm. So it's like this perfect little 2-week window where you can virtually get away with anything.
Yeah. And you know what?
I love that.
This is something I've been thinking about lately, is how, quickly I forgot about, like, for the first, 26 years of my I don't know when I graduated from college. I can't remember what age I was. So let's say at 22 years. So the first 22 years of my life was on a routine calendar that was the modern US school calendar.
Yep.
You start in August/November, you do a semester, you have a break, you start in January, you have another semester, you have a spring break, and then you have a summer break, and what are you in, like May-ish, April, May-ish. And now I have to ask people who are in school, I'm like, when's spring break? Yeah. When's summer break start? When is the semester already over? Because it's just I completely forgot that was the way my entire life, what my life revolved around for several years.
Yeah. So I've got another fun little topic. Let's talk about shopping local for Christmas. Amazon. Here's the thing that's weird. Amazon is the new retailer. Mm-hmm. They're the powerhouse. And I don't even think we've begun to see yet
the potential.
And not only that, especially with this new economy that's right around the corner, it's shifting to see just how many of our big box retailers just won't be able to hold up anymore. Mm-hmm. Walmart's always going to be here. We've already seen Kmart go. There'll be some big brands, luxury brands that'll stick around. But the thing that amazes me is that I have noticed more now than ever, probably since I was a kid, in a teeny tiny little town with one main street where every business was open, only to see that economy collapse because of Walmart's, for example. Mm-hmm. And now they're back. So, for example, if you go to Cape Girardeau, Bloomsdale, oh my gosh. If you want to have the most incredible shopping experience, go to downtown for Christmas. Go to downtown Festus. Mm-hmm. Main Street USA, downtown Festus.
Yeah. And Main Street St. Charles is great.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
actually, let's talk about
that. They
that.
both take you back to another time,
Mm-hmm.
and they have tons of shopping. They have even if you don't buy anything, just walking down, buy the hot chocolate.
Oh, you're going to buy something.
Yeah, you're going to want to. But even just for the experience of experiencing an old style of going out shopping, there's something that you can't get from ordering on Amazon.
Yeah.
I was at a department store the other day, buying something for, one of my Christmas gifts. Mm-hmm. And there's a lady standing in line.
I'm a size XL, right? Hold on. I hate it when I derail you. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I got to make a note. I forgot your present, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
So this lady standing in line, and she was like walking out,
Yep.
So I'm standing in line. Sorry. She's walking out, and she starts with no bags, and she starts laughing. Ha ha ha, everyone. I got all my Christmas shopping done in one day, 2 months ago. Something like that.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, what?
Well, who was she talking to?
Like
just everybody?
I was standing in a very long line. So she's making fun of the people standing in this long line at a major retailer or whatever, laughing like, ha ha ha, you guys.
Isn't she charming?
Yeah, exactly. And so, there's something good about going and spending time, finding something somewhere for someone,
mm-hmm.
and it's a unique gift for them.
Yeah.
Instead of just, Black Friday, let's go online and save a bunch of money and everyone's going to be happy for Christmas.
Right.
Being more intentional
is
kind of what's coming back. And
totally agree.
The Main Street that you were talking about and the one I'm talking about, it allows for that more personal touch.
Agreed.
And, one, very impactful personal item is so much more better than 10 or 15
100%
just ordered from Amazon items.
And the thing that I really like about Old Downtown St. Charles this time of year, and I think they start on Thanksgiving or maybe the day after, is do you know about all the characters?
Yeah, and they have carolers and stuff like that.
So listen to this. Total fluke. Last year I went there in December.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for a table, and it happens to be the table that we have our elbows and hands sitting on right now. And I found it there. Like I was looking for something, you remember,
mm-hmm.
When we were building this office out, I was looking for something very specific, very unique, very original. And I got this table, and on that same day / early evening, they had all of the street lights. They had all of the Christmas characters, which is probably 100
mm-hmm.
that they have up and down the street, all the way up till Christmas. And it was snowing.
Yeah. Oh. It feels like you're in a different world.
It does.
It truly does.
It makes you feel like you're in a, oh my gosh, a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome. So I have to recommend that.
And last year for our Secret Santa that we do, with my family, we did a shop local theme. So you had to buy everything.
Smart.
You had to buy everything from a local store. And pretty much everyone bought their stuff from downtown St. Charles, downtown Festus, and the Loop.
Oh, the Loop. Yeah.
They have a few.
Right on.
They have a few small businesses down there.
Another one I want to mention is Kimswick.
Oh yeah, Kimswick,
which is
mm-hmm.
like 8 minutes from our office here.
Yeah,
super. So it's actually got the world famous Blue Owl restaurant,
mm-hmm.
As well as some other places to eat. There's a winery. The Dough Depot is super nice, and they have tons of shops. Actually, they have one shop that's there year round that actually specializes in Christmas.
Very cool.
And you can get some phenomenal, like keepsake
mm-hmm.
or family heirloom type Christmas stuff there.
And one thing to mention about shopping local, like I have 2 Christmas presents that I don't know if they're going to get here by Christmas. And that is not the most important thing in the world. that's not something that's important, because I don't think it's necessary. First of all, I probably waited too long, but still,
I was going to say,
but still,
you're a dude.
But
you waited too long.
But also keep in mind that I don't think it's necessary for it to be there right on Christmas and stuff like that. Kind of give people a little grace. Is my opinion.
I'm down with that.
So, anyways, shipping. It's a very weird world out there. Just give people some grace. Don't get angry that Dick's Sporting Goods didn't ship your item fast enough.
Right.
That whatever. Anyways, so shopping local, obviously you don't have to ship anything. So if you're looking for a last minute present, you waited a little too long, local is probably your best bet at this point. If you order it right now, there's no way you're probably going to get it by next Saturday.
Besides just
unless you pay $40, unless you pay $40 to have it overnight. But anyways.
Right. Besides the value of getting something that's a little more special, unique, handpicked, you're probably not going to spend any more money, because by the time you get something on Amazon, and what I have found on Amazon is if you get something that's pretty unique, right? So they're not one of the major Amazon retailers, your Amazon Prime doesn't apply. So you're going to pay for shipping anyways. I mean, not all the time.
Yeah.
But by the time it's all said and done, you can have a whole full day experience, whether it's just me time, or maybe you're taking your kids or someone, a significant other or whatever for lunch or whatever. It's so much better just to shop local. Not to mention you pay your taxes local, sales tax stays local, you're supporting families locally.
That's something
it's a big deal.
My parents used to do with me, is that we would go shopping for a day, but we wouldn't buy anything. And then most of the things that I was like, "Ooh, I like that," or "I like that," they would take note of it and maybe buy a couple things later on.
Yeah.
That was it. It almost was a very personal way of doing it, instead of thinking, "Oh, write me a list and send me all the links for Amazon, and I'll just click, buy, and it'll show up here, and you get whatever you want." Having that personal experience of going out to a Kimswick or a whatever and finding something unique and cool, you'll remember that way more than you would ordering off Amazon. All right, well, I gotta go turn the thing off.
Let's wrap this up. You and I have a way of being able to talk our ears off all the time. So Deanne, I don't even know what episode of Kitchen Talk we're on here. It's but I mean since we started in 18. So thank you for joining us today. Merry Christmas. Stay tuned. We're going to have one more episode before the beginning of the new year, next week before Christmas. And I'm sure that Miss Donna will be here to join us. Thank you for watching. Cheers. Have a great weekend. See you next week.